Hello, all, and welcome back. Let's see. That break went on longer than I thought it would, but that's fine. Like I said, we're only going two more. So, next up we have The Feuds of Our Father. No, wait, no, that's, sorry. Huh. Okay, when I was looking at the time thing, I was fucking up and counting Chapter 4 as the next one. Okay, we'll actually start with this, oh shit, sorry. Shit. Briefly got the controls mixed up there. That was on top of one of the things I was scrolling through the playlist for me, so I didn't quite realize it for a second there. I drifted down over it while I was trying to scroll from the playlist. The first one up is Detective Kevin's First Day. Only a minute and 1 second. So.
For the record, it is currently 23:15 on December 4th, 2006. Now,
Okay.
Mrs. LeBeau.
Fuck you. Stop doing that. There's barely any video here. I do not need your help hiding it. Thank you. There we go. Motherfucker.
For the record, it is currently 23:15 on December 4th, 2006. Now, Mrs. LeBeau, I know it's a lot, but why don't we just start from the beginning?
I can try.
So what are they investigating here, and why is this only a minute?
Take your time, ma'am.
All I can see is red blood, gore. 1 second, tea with my brother. The next,
The intruder?
the door swings open. I see a man I'd never seen before, but Clive had seen him. He rises to his feet, but he doesn't get too far. And now he's on my couch, on my sweater, in my tea, and he says,
Listen here, love. If you tell anyone about her.
Sorry, does he have to be here?
Ignore me!
What?
Ignore me!
Okay, I have murdered 38 men.
Oh, fuck! Hey, Freako, what are you...
Okay, what? I think I've seen this before, but you know what? It's 20 seconds. Fuck it, whatever, while I process that.
hanging out here?
And it does continue where we were.
How do you have this?
Regent gave him out a while back. Just remembered. Reminded me of...
Remaining Kevin plushie in the next 2 days.
I'm sad I wasn't able to get one of those. Alrighty. Okay. So... The fuck was that? Was that just a shenanigans going on in the police station while Kevin hangs out with his new ghoul and just accidentally causes that woman to confess to being a fucking murderer? A serial killer, like, Jesus. Just goddamn. Anyways, next up is 4.1 Vampire Lore. Big D's Guides to Vampiric Powers. Very reluctantly says stuff to Markus. I can also notice the comment, someone making, going, man, he's promising to do all these things after the chapter house. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's some story flags there, huh? Anyways, that was fun. It just, you know, that wasn't a lot there, but it is like a one-man short. Can't always expect a lot there. It was fun, though.
Dad likes you more than me. What?
Immortality is pretty tempting.
Okay. We're letting them deoblerize each other!
Yeah. He reluctantly has to follow up with his promise that if it's relevant, he has to tell Markus about vampire powers and shit.
Full scoop on what diablerie even is.
Redaction of information when it comes to hunting the supernatural is needed.
If he can't trust me, then I can't trust him.
Instead of putting your trust in him, put your faith in us. As a family.
Even if he has sat down and taught the risks of, say, imbibing vampire vitae.
And now he has to fucking tell him about this shit.
Is the fact that this secrecy of yours is creating rifts between you two.
Just wait. I'll let a while longer before you say too much.
I will not tell Markus anything until TF2 releases.
Suppose I couldn't tell you a secret that the Regent would not want to.
It's very good. I wasn't expecting this in the 4.1. But I suppose it had been a bit. And, some of that stuff was not entirely in order. Nice to put it in order. You know. It's in order for me, for the most part, because I watched that one that way, but... You know. Except for 4 itself. But they do release these, you know, a lot of these out of order. There are the splints, making mortals burst.
This is horrible.
Oh, is that the old guy back in his heyday?
We have underestimated our quarry.
Underestimated does not begin to describe it. This failure beats out that diablerie incident by the margin of a lifetime.
Markus.
This is the biggest blunder of your career. That I know of, at least.
Be silent. I am trying to solve a murder.
Not so loud.
I declare Hunter Huddle.
How dare you?
Hunter Huddle.
Sir, you know the rules.
Fine. Hunter Huddle initiated. You want to strategize, huh? A reconnaissance? Ice pack? It is too late for ice packs, Markus. A man is dead.
Dad, stop obliviating and answer me. What did this? How did this even happen? Fatigue looks like he exploded. That's not in the ghoul playbook.
I was thinking torn apart, but, you know, go exploded is about good to create that effect too.
Quite. No.
Yes, you do. Of course you do.
No, I don't.
You always do. And you always hide it.
Stop it, Markus.
No, now's not the time. We are talking
Yep.
about this now because murder.
It's the valid point when you continually lying about stuff and not knowing information.
Dr. Waters.
Where'd you come from?
You are a doctor. You suddenly operate upon a sacred hunter huddle.
Forgive the lack of decorum, but your loud, boisterous voice is relatively hard to ignore. All that screaming
You're not very good
at
at
a crime scene makes me want to scalp you. With my scalpels. Oh god, my nose is bleeding.
Yes, my voice is quite powerful. The hunter huddle may need improvement.
So, how much did you hear?
Enough to guess the obvious, that we may not be dealing with a ghoul at all.
Really now?
Do not put your words in my mouth!
Oh, the words are all yours. After all, I'm citing them from your scholarship.
Uh-oh.
Preposterous.
The stuff you sent to school before it was,
With all its side tangents
destroyed.
about dog cancer and orangutans.
What a twist! Surprised you had time to read between your benders.
You live in a glass house, D. Shouldn't you be thanking me for keeping your work alive?
Damn it,
Oh,
you basically
Oh, and
got
she
the
ate
second.
those
If you're
candy
both willing
bars?
to use our work, how the hell did Remold manage to censor it?
I will say that because she did that while
The fact that he's from
talking
London
about
or
this.
a backwater. But there's a time and place for that conversation. Ankle deep in my colleague's guts, isn't it?
On that subject, I'm sorry we couldn't say fatigue.
As am I. This is an unfathomable loss. Lord Fatague was among the greatest hunters I've ever met. But know that I will respect his legacy by doing my job. And I wish for you to say your piece now, or tend to his great vessel, and leave us to our work.
My piece? It's simple. Our isn't a culprit ghoul. I mean, our culprit isn't a ghoul. Probably. This is
Okay, yeah, she's definitely a nose candy fan then, huh?
A vampire? Is that possible?
It may be.
There are ways for vampires to pretend to be living people.
And, of course, the savage state of Fatague.
I hadn't even thought about that one. I forgot about that.
Mastery of physical disciplines.
So tell us about them.
I believe one of the few who can do it is the Toreador, but I think every group can learn most disciplines if you put time into it. It just the clans have predispositions.
Whether this is a vampire or a ghoul or the amazing balloon boy,
But I might be talking about my
the
ass.
raw, unfiltered details cannot be fucking arbitrarily kept sequestered. Whatever reason you have had to keep things obscured, perhaps are now overshadowed by the death of our old friend? Why the actual fuck are you not answering?
Oh, goodness gracious.
What do you mean, goodness gracious?
Picked a right time to shut up, didn't you, Dee? Well, if he won't talk, I certainly will.
Oh my god, finally
Yeah, you
someone
made the
sensible.
mistake of recording it, your info, and having someone
out there.
and being a place where someone might
I guess we both break rules.
Even though that is very punk rock, I still hate it.
Given your father's best by date, I decided to indulge. Before I burned it all.
What?
Orders are orders. Someone had to purge the D-works littering our library. Frankly, useful as they were, I regret we didn't do it sooner. The reason why there's an infiltrator in the first place is likely due to your careless scholarship.
Are you
No, it's because he fucking kicked at people who actually were good
But again,
at keeping them out.
ankle deep in gore. We have to deal with the consequences together. And if you won't democratize your work, I will.
So it seems.
Yep, you told other people this information, now you can't hide it because someone else will announce it.
Right, vampire magics. We've already heard him rave about them briefly.
Without much meat.
There were 3 that were relevant, weren't there? Perhaps even 4. Let me jog my memory by going down the list.
He'll take that in the
That
note.
was first
Bad.
on the list, wasn't it, D?
I don't
Oh, I just realized that's not just a pen. That's one of the ones with the multiple
Without
ink
any
types.
commas,
I used to have one of
certainly
those.
Juggling dumpsters, isn't it?
Or ripping someone apart with your bare hands. Now, worth noting, each unique vampiric power can, as far as we know, be learned by any given vampire.
Okay, so I wasn't talking about my ass.
You almost missed this. Each unique discipline comes naturally to different vampire types. Those not of that type must learn how to use them.
Ah, so potent is something our human-animal vampire had naturally, I assume. Able to launch a fully grown adult like a football is part of the ape vampire learning curve?
Incorrect!
See, that's what I mean, what?
Humanimal type vampires don't boast potence as
Oh.
innate skills. Rather, they rely on the supernatural powers of protean. Instead of raw strength, animalistic fury.
Actually, just straight up explaining now without hesitance.
Serrated claws that can hiss through flesh like a knife through butter. Those are the humanimal's preferred weapon.
Then, how the hell was he so strong, Sir D? Ape boy, I mean.
As Dr. Waters said, just because potence is an innate to a vampire type doesn't mean
And they were
can
Sabat,
gain
who
strength.
eschewed a clan,
It's
so.
simply more difficult. capable
taking time to pick it
have
up.
the means to gain such power.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who any of these people are, and if I have to hear more fake carnival names, I might just vomit. Can we refocus?
Right, of course. Perhaps you could share your own knowledge on the subject, Doctor.
For one, I know even a novice user hits about as hard as a sledgehammer. Vile bodily trauma of varying degrees. It can also potentially leap into the air, yes?
Just don't want the flesh scoping one. It's already bad enough being a vampire. You will be hauled out and made into an extinction of the antediluvian of that group.
It's horrifying.
And sadly, a bit ballin'.
Markus!
So, sledgehammer strength, double jumping, etc. That's novice level stuff?
Yes. But these abilities become more potent the more potent the blood of a vampire. Potence that the vast majority of ghouls simply aren't capable of achieving with regards to, potence.
What?
Stop saying potence. Novice level powers are available to them, though. A ghoul could commit extensive harm and jump like the world's their bloody trampoline.
But not to the extent where they could commit this kind of harm. Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, you know?
Messer, as you know.
Well, in either case, other skills potent magicians purportedly have available to them are to create ripples in concrete and stone floors.
Potent magicians? Ah, that's an interesting term for it.
Placid people go break shit berserk. Make any part of their body as capable of violence as their fist.
I mean, it's all vampire magic. It's just most of them are only really considered thaumaturgy the magic magic.
Indeed. Potence is mighty and formidable. I once beheld an elder vampire halt the flow of a raging river with strength and strength alone. It is not to be underestimated.
Of course, most blanks are unlikely to have astoundingly creative powers. Those are reserved for the upper crust, by my reckoning.
Still, that is an extremely worrying portent. What with Fatigue's state.
Great! So I'm satisfied we've covered the hallowed art of dead things hitting other things very hard. Nevertheless, there's more. Dominate. Mesmerism. Mentis Imperium. Power over the mind. This particularly interested me as, well, a scholar of the mind's potential.
This is among the vilest wherewithals leeches can afford with their vitae. No
Yeah.
creature should be able to infringe so forcibly.
And it even works against their own kind.
Someone could use it to actually get
Again,
info out
Matt's
of you.
straight. You're a lower level vampire, well, for the most part, and stronger, more experienced one.
Besides, dominate is one of the
Typically
black
makes you
body's
his bitch if you try to refuse orders.
mental influence. Where its sister discipline, presence, is more akin to an unnatural charisma, dominate uses simply hijack their victim's psyche through sheer willpower. Those targeted are issued simple commands that are performed automatically, as if possessed.
Like if you want someone to stop approaching, you say, not a step closer.
Quite. However, while some blanks can puppeteer entire crowds, or bury their
Yeah, that's what
so deep
Kevin
into
used.
the host's personality, that kind of power is more common in the upper echelons of their society. A lower level blank would be more limited to temporary commands targeting single individuals.
Ah. So when more than one person is dominated, that's an advanced technique, yeah?
That's what I said, no. In general, disciplines begin with a very limited scope. It's only with experience that a blank's abilities become more...
So yeah, I think the buggy guy has probably been dominated to be, be a problem and a distraction.
Just like a real horse.
Sure. One could imagine the ability to engage multiple at once to be the ultimate state of dominate, freed of any limitation in that field.
So, hypothetically, if one were to control a group of 5...
Then you'd be facing a creature of immense skill as far as domination is concerned.
Ah.
Oh.
Great and mighty indeed.
It is a dangerous and insidious sphere of power.
Yeah,
And
Kevin really
magic
was
beasts as
at
a
least
whole.
dangerous.
What they can force you to do at the higher levels of mastery is nightmarish.
But being able to circumvent the spell when it's cast is still a point of advantage.
Indeed. The strength of one's will is something the vampiric curse tarnishes, rather than empowers. To that end, the canny hunter can potentially thwart their devilish commandments, if properly prepared.
The issue comes, of course, with the element of surprise. For instance,
Yes.
if I were a powerful blank and I told you, hey, Markus, kill yourself.
No.
Yes, you wouldn't. But if I were a blank body and you weren't expecting...
Nah, still wouldn't.
No, what I'm telling you is you would. Because you wouldn't have your mental defenses prepared.
I don't know, maybe I'm just built differently?
That's my boy!
You are insufferable.
I'd probably off myself if you were an elder vampire, if that helps.
Yes, heartwarming, kid. The point is...
I don't even know what that word aside meant.
But if it's a full-on blank, any one of us could have sleeper suggestions buried in our psyche and not know it.
Except for me.
No!
And me neither!
We are done wasting...
I mean, the valid point is they haven't been around the place for a while, so you wouldn't have had a chance to get one.
That bad?
Yes. Now then, obfuscate.
Alright, so my guess on this one is the ability to vanish from sight. We've seen that ourselves. Not seen, I guess.
To that end, any additional insight?
Like most things in this great world of ours, it's more complicated than just a layman's understanding of
Yeah, I don't think it just makes you invisible.
Obfuscate as a discipline encompasses a rather varied arsenal. The gist is in the name. Obfuscation. Tricking the mind into perceiving something incorrectly.
Which, naturally, makes this another parapsychological phenomena.
Wait.
Oh yeah, basically take advantage of the not my problem field.
When we had that sludge lad captured, he turned invisible and I couldn't even detect him on security cams. How the hell is that parapsychology?
That, my very brash former colleague, is what you might expect of an advanced obfuscate user.
And he was powered up.
Effort for a blank to develop their talents to such an extent that they disappear on film. Believe it or not, I've actually submitted a treatise to London on the subject. We don't have time for all of it, so just take my word. It's not the picture that's grainy. It's your perception.
That's actually kind of impressive.
Impressive, yes, but no less dangerous.
Yeah, I just love the way that was worded. They're just.
Sadi, do vampires have laser heat vision?
Only if they're sufficiently fascinated by the Carpathian mountain range.
Writing that down.
I guess all this makes Boyce John Cena gaff a bit funnier.
Jonathan Senastity's ability to vanish aside, turning invisible is only one of the many things this discipline is capable of. Sludge lads the world over use it not only to vanish from sight, but impose a false
You just love
sense
the
of
calling them
legitimacy.
sludge lads.
Likewise, appearance is not the only thing that can be cloaked. Sounds can be silenced.
For reference,
Conversations
if I haven't
coded
said
from
it before, they're
outside
called
contemplation.
Nosferatu.
There's even a canny clan of daredevils that specialize in creating illusions. And another that spice this power with dominate, to obfuscate reality itself from a victim's mind.
Goodness gracious.
You know, Dee, when it's my area of expertise and you do most of the talking...
This is all my expertise, good doctor. Remember whose work you're quoting.
True, but when I choose to forget that, who will become the primary source then?
A low and cruel blow.
That's my specialty. Now then, I should at least pay lip service to the limits of a novice user. If your source was right, Dee, and this
I was a...
Right. If this sorcerer's
Tremere.
blank or ghoul is what you think it is, its specialty isn't likely to be obfuscation. So
Yeah.
they'll probably be a novice user in either case, and that means they most likely can only be invisible while staying completely still.
Right. The chasm between beginning and advanced with this stuff is indeed wide as hell.
And it only gets bigger. It only gets bigger.
Be that as it
I love
may,
a dot system.
They're still deadly.
That's
Even
the
if they're a
mechanical
novice at every discipline
representation.
we've gone over. That's still someone who can turn invisible, hit like a sledgehammer, and make you forget you ever saw
For
them.
instance, having what Donna's skill is, I believe, makes you as good as the average human is.
Vampire wizard
Who does
or
that
one of their
stuff?
ghouls. Knowledge of this last discipline is all but guaranteed. One of the
It's not, and I believe two definitely puts you past
blank
experts.
body's disposal. Blood sorcery. Or thaumaturgy, as you seem to enjoy calling it.
It is not magic. It is a sham, a pile of slime wearing the noble
I mean, it's
coat
magic,
of
but it's
sorcery.
sort
It is
of.
two rapscallions on each other's
Basically, the
shoulders,
Tremere were
trying to get
mages,
into a theater where they're screaming, whistling
but
in
they
the dark.
noticed that
Probably
as
I don't
what was
even
progressing,
particularly
magic had a
like
little bit of a problem,
Thaumaturgy
so
is the end result
they
of
found a way around it.
brigands, realizing they were
And
past their
of course,
prime,
Tremere,
to steal
the guy was the guy
anything
who
for a
founded it
second
all.
chance at life.
Since this
It
seems
is
to be
powerful, my
going
son.
the older
Deadly,
editions of Old World of
sadistic,
Darkness.
at times even marvelous. Yet it is like the vampire itself, a shallow imitation.
He's probably
of
still
grand
around.
things, a treasure fit for thieves and
One of the only antediluvian
Get what you're putting down.
around, despite not actually being
blood
antediluvian.
Sorcery is just what? Special vampire sorcery? Kind of like how Arkham uses special Celtic sorcery?
A bit of A, a bit of B. The scholastic consensus is that blood sorcery has its origins in
Yep.
sorcerer's techniques, most of them ancient and lost to our records. Of course, that's just its most orthodox path.
There's even a
Since
version
its
of the mage game you can play
many
during that
former
era,
sorcerers
when they're
and
still
magi
just
have
mages.
since added their knowledge to blank body methods.
But what are these blank body methods? I assume the use of vitae?
Yes, actually, vitae. Vampiric essence. Arcanum scholars better versed in the topic believe that it can help stretch the traditionally strict and linear rules of sorcery.
Hey, wait. I've heard the term vitae used like, you know, it's important and means something. Care to elaborate? Is it the source of a vamp's power?
indeed.
Right. And hey, how did you know that, love?
Oh, well...
He overheard me mention it to a peer. I told him the slightest gist, and I suppose he extrapolated the rest, as you've done just now.
Right. That's how I know.
Just my luck. Always missing the info dumps.
Well, at least you got this one.
Yeah.
So, in what ways is thaumaturgy so versatile? What can it do?
What can't it do?
You know, I'm going to do something. I'm actually going to stop and talk about that. So, I'm not the big, again, but from what I understand, the basic core flaw of magic in the mage stuff of the Old World of Darkness is that magic, actual proper magic, it works on, well, the basic core is reality, it's a consensus construct, and in modern day, magic has to be done basically around either other supernatural entities, or has to be done in a way that normal people would think it's just stage magic or a trick or something else, because if they don't, can't believe that you're doing what you're doing somehow in a scientifically grounded way, then you can't do it. And notably, that's because science and all that is magic too. It's just that the science mages won. The technocracy, I believe they're called. Yeah. They also have a space laser satellite. Should we know that thing? They used that thing on one of the antediluvians. Nearly strongest vampires out there. It didn't take him out. So, yeah. Basically, a bunch of different factions of different styles of mages competed for the ones in charge. The science guys rule, and they don't really like the other magic users being around and friending that. But once upon a time, it was different because, the point when, a wizard did it first originated from. Oh, that's volcano smoking, a wizard did it. Or, none of this tectonic plate stuff. Because that's ultimately just nonsense. Outside of the technologist sphere, it's just because they're a dominating faction and they convince everybody that that's how the world works. Their magic is the most strong, and one that even people who don't know how it works can use. Airplanes? Those engines don't do shit. It's just because you believe they should that it's working. Yeah. That requires a lot of people believing it, though, to have that effect. And everything. Blood magic completely bypasses this issue. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you still have to avoid, putting on shows in public because of the masquerade. But you're not limited by that. There are other, of course, bypasses, but also you'll definitely lock yourself out the height of power. As absurd as, vampires can get, most of them aren't on par with even the original Tremere, let alone Kane. And mages can absolutely surpass them easier, from what I understand, once you get to a certain point. That doesn't make it easy. It's still, comparative levels and things. It's just, after, vampires are generally locked on how powerful they can become in anything by their generation. Mages aren't. So, I can't remember, this is one story. I can't remember if it was a New World of Darkness or Old World, but it was still always, it's me. A powerful archmage. The type that reality bends their wheels, even in ways they don't fully understand. He performs some sort of spell to change reality in a way that pleases him. But of course, as always, there are, when you're stepping out of reality in the time-space continuum, to do this, some things just change without your any control. For instance, this guy came back and found that an obscure Roman mystery cult went on to become one of the dominant religions of the world. Really, the dominant. Called Christianity. Yeah, that one always sits because I fucking love that concept. It's just so out there. I love it. So I'm curious what other limits it might bypass.
Nothing without at least a slightly sanguine twist. Thaumaturges are most famous for their ability to manipulate blood. But this is only one of many paths. They might extract it from a range, gain unnatural insights from its sampling, utilize it as a weapon, or...
And this is why Tremere's very fun to play in
sanguinate a victim
Bloodlines.
in a violent, steaming, white-hot cauldron of blood.
That
and
sound like a pleasant way
at least
to go.
before the pyramid destroyed, it was very hard to get that ability outside it because they
not the only thing blood sorcery
see about
can
people
manipulate.
sharing it.
Some walk the path of the Leavenbolt and might weave one's bioelectricity into vicious lightning. Others walk a greener path, growing vitae-tainted flora in obsequious obedience to their whim. There are also various dark rites and rituals a thaumaturge might gain access to. Enchanted mirrors, hexes, curses, and more. The list is too numerous to count. And that's not even mentioning the sorceress paths that were walked by the dead long before the vampire wizards. Ancient elemental techniques of the Caucasus, serpentine poisons of the snake cults, a variety of curses known only to a merciless order of judges, the blighted demonology of an infernal bloodline known as...
Fucking, this is all one discipline?
Be swayed not by its power, Markus! This variance exists only in emulation of greater powers, forever beyond their grasp. A fact that vexes those warlocks, so haggard, aged, and proud, ever on through their days.
Yeah, the moment he's like,
slumber.
God, that's absurd how much power there.
Okay, if you
He's
say
so
so,
worried
I
he's...
guess, but I'm feeling it in my bones. We might be getting somewhere with this. More details, Father, more. Come on, don't stop now.
No!
No?
No more! This is useless to dwell on. Thaumaturgy is too vast to be useful. Query me no longer.
Oh, bloody hell. You're getting closed-lipped about this stuff again?
I've already told you far more than I intended to.
Oh, great. Just great. So I can only
Yeah, it also made it very obvious. You think he would want to become a vampire to get it.
Big time, huh?
Hey! My son! My secrecy is protection!
And how does keeping this from us protect anyone, exactly? How did it protect Fernando?
Hold on, need to, dip from the family drama. They've finished hosing Spit off. I'm going to go and check on him.
Yeah, she's fine. Alright, we've had enough talking. I'm gonna get out of here before I get wrapped up here with
this
stuff.
information is tantamount to breaking some sort of human vampire kayfabe, but you know all of this and won't tell us. How is that optimal? How are we supposed to survive when things get like this?
Markus!
Sorry, love, but I will be heard out on this. We're here as your family because we want to understand and fight these murderous monsters.
Not just that, son. The boundaries are set for a reason, so we do not unnecessarily endanger ourselves. A dead hunter is useless to all, except as a warning, writ in blood.
Who are the rules set by? You?
Yes! And I would have you abide by them as your father! I am stronger than you, smarter than you, a superior hunter! I am your better, and you Cindy!
Ooh.
That was too far. Markus, I am not...
No, Father. That was probably the most honest thing you've said to me in years.
Yep, cross some lines
You know
and
what? You're right.
damage relationship.
Markus.
We're just going to call it settled, all right? You've kept this from us for our so-called protection. And until recently, I wouldn't have accepted that excuse.
What do you mean?
Someone gave me some very important insight on trying to work on things like this. So I'm going to take it to heart instead of digging further.
Are you certain, son?
Hey, don't get me wrong in the slightest, Dad. We're still going to talk about this. But right now, not at all.
We're discussing it later, then.
Absolutely. But until then, we've got a murderer loose in the chapter house with us, and we can't just bicker like this. There's already too much bickering.
He is right. We still lost.
I'm gonna go refocus, Dad.
Fuck. God damn. Okay, that one was... That one did not even remotely feel like it was ready to end. But holy shit. So yeah, we're probably dealing with thaumaturgy. For instance, you can make people explode with thaumaturgy in that game. Oh yeah, no, that's just the ending. I just forgot it looked like that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Camarilla stride.
Straight up just masquerade the bloodlines.
Charles Pizza.
This is straight up from them playing bloodlines together.
Spilled his ragu. Alright, Alpha, you know what to do.
Yeah, that one, I'm pretty sure you,
Oh, you go for it.
You're the right text.
You would just want to
Admire.
Admire me in private.
I can understand being a little hard to read. Yep.
Why
Dominate.
am I doing that voice for dominate?
No, that's intimidation.
That's presence, you fool.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
That's one of them.
The font that I used is fucking... It's fucking like...
I have to watch this playthrough now.
You're using Dawn. There you go.
Evil coded. It looks like a fucking new metal band.
It's a very janky game, very badly aged in some ways, but it's also fucking amazing, and everyone who's interested in vampire stuff should play this game.
Go to the corner.
I have only put it off because I'm a streamer and I want to be on stream.
The gang. The gang. The gang. The coterie.
The coterie.
The wall inspectors. Alright, that's good. Nobody gives a shit.
Alright, now sire them.
I failed to see how this
Well, we will come for you tomorrow. Kevin Bates. So yeah, that's I kind of like that. We just got a bit where you can see what playing that game is like. And yeah, there's a blood meter because you can drain someone dry. Don't. It's a masquerade violation. You lose some humanity. Because, one, a corpse is something that people have to track down, whereas someone who is dominated could just be someone who will remember, you know, a not so great encounter. Or possibly a great one, depending on how exactly we went about doing the draining. Just don't do it inside of others. Which somehow that kind of has, again, it's with the game, an unfinished video game. Somehow that just made it better in some ways. But yeah, we'll finish this all off at least one day before I start streaming. Caffeine and such. The first one of these is definitely going to go up, I think, next week sometime. I think, interwoven with the Invincible. Because I think putting them up on Halloween is the best time to do it. Anyways, that brings me out. I will see you all next time. Oops.